For a busy professional, what is the best way to generate a monthly passive income from a rupees 10 lakhs investment?
See, passive income means there are two scopes. One is rent and interest.
Okay.
The third one is dividend. Means you earn money without your effort. Without your effort. So, how much you can invest? What is the income you can earn? Deposits, you know that 5 to 6% only you will get. That is on deposits. Rent, you are having property, you are giving a rent, you may get the interest, rental income. And dividends, you invest in shares and which are paying dividends, that is also passive income. But where you are invested, that is most important. See, if you invest in real estate, the income may be less, but valuation may increase. That will give more benefit than the interest. But if you invest in deposits, you will get only interest. There is no increase in valuation of the rupee what you have deposited. And whereas in the case of other investments, when there is an increase of two types, one is income as well as valuation increase. When the valuation get double benefit, that will be more safer, means just like gold or you can say real estate, that will give double benefit.
So, in 2026, with so much data available, should people still say commissions to mutual funds, or is it time for everyone to start direct equity investment?
See, this is a very, what we will call peculiar question. It is generally, now it is available, everybody can see. I am a chartered accountant, I cannot do medical practice. I don't, even if I know medicines also, I cannot do medical practice, because that may be risky also. In the same way, when you are having investment of 10 lakhs, 20 lakhs, up to 1 crore, you better go for mutual funds. If you are having more than 1 crore, you take the services of portfolio managers, investment advisors, dedicated services, just like personal advisors, personal advocates, personal doctors, investment advisors also there. You take their services and every step you take them. If your investment is more than 1 crore, because that you can afford, you can spend for advisors given by the portfolio manager. If suppose you are having only 10 lakhs, it is not advisable to appoint investment advisors. Then you can go for mutual funds like that. But what is the risk with investments in mutual funds? The basic question. See, mutual funds are taking decisions based on the decision taken by the committee, some board of directors like that. So the risk is IPO. Recently IPOs came, the mutual funds invested. The share price is quoted at 700 rupees, 1 rupee share price quoted 700 rupees. They have invested. So at any time the 700 high price may come down. So what is the gap between the issue price and face value and issue price? So the gap between the face value and issue price is less, it is better to invest. If in mutual funds invest in that, it will be safe investment. Income may not be more, but safety of investment is most important. Recently we have seen silver rate come down. Share market also, there is some say shares came down like anything. 30-40% came down, because of there is no demand for that. And one more drawback in share market is short selling. The people who doesn't have shares at all, they will sell in advance, and to settle that deal, they have to purchase. They want to reduce the price, then only they will gain. Short selling. See, this is the most dangerous aspect in official gambling in share market. So mutual funds are not allowed to invest in speculative transactions, but they can invest in high price shares. That is going to be risky for investments.
What is the golden ratio for diversification? How much percentage should go into the safe, moderate and high risk assets?
See, we can divide the investments into two to three, four varieties. It depends upon the risk taking capacity. No risk means zero risk, low risk, less risk, medium risk means somewhat we can take risk, high risk we can gain more also, we can risk carries reward, high risk, high reward, there is possibility of losing total also. So it depends on, we have to divide our money investment into 4 types of investment: no risk, low risk, medium risk, high risk. Then only you can better invest, and in that way select that amount, asset where to invest.
Sir, in your decades of experience as a chartered accountant, what is the single biggest mistake you see investors making with their first rupees 10 lakhs?
Just believing and investing based on the rumors and false assurances given by the advisors. There are so many companies are advising, will give 15%, 20%, 25%, will give money after double after 1 year. All risky. You take your own decision, don't depend on rumors, false rumors, fake promises,
Okay.
false narratives also.
Okay. So before investing that rupees 10 lakhs, how much should keep one side as an emergency fund considering the current cost of living?
See, expect that you have to maintain at least 6 months of expenditure as emergency fund. Suppose your monthly expenditure 25,000. At least you should have 1,50,000 as emergency fund. Maybe healthcare, expenditure, maybe functions like that. We will not come regularly, but to meet that emergency, at least we should have 6 months expenditure as emergency fund. Then you spend money after that.
Sir, can you explain the magic of compounding for someone starting today? If they invest the rupees 10 lakhs wisely, what could it look like in 2030s?
It depends upon where you have invested.
Oh,
Suppose you have invested in a property which is not in demand, the same will continue or it will come down. If you have invested in the gold, after some time if the rate comes down, it will come down. If you deposit, it will give interest of 5% per annum. If you investment in means what we call futuristic investments, like any what we call green energy, like that future this sectors, you may get more.
okay.
It depends on where you invested. See, there are two many. Just like I told you, investment is nothing but planting a tree. If you plant a mango tree, you will get mangoes. If you plant a neem tree, you will get neem tree. You cannot expect mangoes from a neem seed.
Yes, yes.
See, this is the difference.
Sir, if you had to give one just piece of advice to our viewers of Money Mantan TV to become financially independent by 2030s, what it would be?
Keep away from loans, installments, and if it is required, you go for borrowing only for earning money, not for spending. Borrow only for earning means investment, education, housing. Only for these purposes we borrow, but not for credit card, personal loans, vehicle loans. Personal vehicle also I don't suggest. Today's enjoyment, tomorrow's punishment.